Hey, Scubaboard, it's NetDoc at the 2015 DEMA show here in Orlando. I'm with the Wookster, Wookie on Scubaboard, the owner of the MV Spree, and he's here to tell us about scratching his balls. Go ahead, Frank.
Well, let me tell you what. So we just got back from Cuba, and it was exactly what everybody thinks that it is. The diving is fantastic. The reefs are extremely healthy. The corals, up to 45% coral cover, which doesn't mean anything to anybody but a biologist, but it's what you think it is. And then when you get your tour to go to town, town is what you think it is. You see the 56 Fords lined up next to the pink hotel buildings. It's just an absolutely wonderful experience. Both topside and in the water in Cuba are amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
But do we get to see Rico Ricardo?
Who's Rico Ricardo?
You're kidding me.
I haven't got a clue. I'm not quite as old as you are.
Lucy!
Ricky Ricardo.
That's what I said, Ricky Ricardo.
No, you said Rico Ricardo. Anyway,
oh, Rico Ricardo,
no,
okay.
He's dead. They're dead.
So what about the scratching of the balls you heard earlier? We want to hear about that. You said you promised it to me.
All right, fine. When I was on the Deep Sea 3D photo shoot with Howard and Michelle Hall was making of the movie, the making of Deep Sea 3D. And she could not photograph me because every time she tried to interview me, I'd put my hand on my balls and scratch them. So Michelle finally yelled at me and said to she interviewed me with my hands in my pockets because that was the only place that I could put my hands where I wouldn't scratch my balls.
That's too freaking funny. That's too freaking funny.
That's the truth. When you see Michelle here, ask her about me and scratching my balls.
And you know, that's why we come here to DEMA, because we get all the dirt on everybody in the industry, including from themselves.
Exactly. I just told you all the dirt. There's no other dirt on me ever anywhere in the world except for me and having my hands.
Not if his far better half over here has anything to do with it.
Exactly so.
So, Cuba.
Yeah. We're
Two thumbs way up.
2 thumbs way up. We're booking right now. These are Key West departures to either Havana, and we'll dive west of Havana down towards Cabo San Antonio, or to Veradero. Veradero is very different diving than the western, the Pinar del Rio. The Pinar del Rio, that would be the River of Pines, is all wall diving, tops in about 40 feet of water. On our 4th dive, we jumped in on a Spanish galleon. So there is...
Wow.
We didn't actually find the whole galleon, we found a sword. But still.
Wow.
Still pretty cool. We did not, of course, touch any of that. It was very important to the Cubans that we are a Blue Star boat. And from the Sanctuary program, from Miscellaneous, you know that Blue Star has a certain level of environmental friendliness that they have to go through to be a member of the Blue Star program, that you don't interact with the reef, all you do is look at it and those sorts of things. That's one of the reasons that we've been invited back to go to Cuba, is because we adhere to that standard while we're diving. We don't fish by any method, and we don't grab swords off the reef for when we find them when we're diving.
That's just awesome. And if you haven't been a part of Scubaboard for long, Wookie is, I hate to say he's larger than life, but he's larger than most, as am I. And always a fun time. I've never not enjoyed my time on the MV Spree, a very well-run boat. And I've said this before, I'll say it again, it's got the most accent on safety of any boat I've ever been on in my entire life, bar none. You can't go wrong with a trip on the MV Spree, and you really can't go wrong on a trip to the MV Spree to Cuba.
With Scubaboard.
With Scubaboard.
Exactly.
Is it going to happen?
Miscellaneous has not come and spoken to me about it yet. I'm sure that I can't imagine we won't figure out how to run a Scubaboard to Cuba.
A Scubaboard invasion. So we're going to invade Cuba after all. I love it. That's what I've always wanted to do. You'll get a lot of people off for that.
Exactly so. We won't be going to the Bay of Pigs.
Really. Okay, Scubaboard. NetDoc 2015 DEMA show, signing out with the Wookster.